Hello there, friends. How y'all doing? We are joined by fucking Alex. The hello there was just then. Settle down. Welcome in. Other Alex, thank you. Much love. Thank you for subscribing for so fucking long, a ridiculous amount of time. Ethan, if you're still lurking, hi, welcome. Absolutely catch the vibe. Thank you for the lurk. Tony, welcome in. And Ray Human Bopit, welcome. We are playing some VTM tonight. It's been a hot minute since I ran a ttrpg on my channel, and I have never run a VTM game before, so apologies in advance, and thank you particularly, I imagine, to Chris and Phoebe. Sozrach, your VTM knowledge, let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. I rely on y'all.
Let's go around and y'all can introduce yourselves, starting with Chris.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris, aka Unemployed Writer, and I am here today to play Shane Fisher, the Ventru of this coterie. I don't even know what type of coterie we are, but we'll see.
To be determined.
Determined. Phoebe, do you want to go next?
Cool, yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Phoebe at Sherbrookewaters, and I am playing Geraldine McGreggor, a Ravnos within this coterie.
Yes, that's me next. Hi, hello. My name is SwtBeat, and I am playing Jada Sandford, the Nosferatu in this coterie. See how this goes.
And I'm Kieran, aka KaradanZero. If you're here, you probably already knew that. And I'm the Storyteller. So shall we just jump straight in? Is everyone ready to go? Fantastic.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Yeah. So we open with a view of a city on New Year's Eve. The weather's cold, but the people in the city are in high spirits, as are the city's hidden inhabitants, those creatures who refer to each other as kindred. Tonight, we'll follow a brief moment in the story of three kindred, Geraldine, Jada, and Shane, each of whom received a similar invitation, hand-delivered. The invitation is printed in gold on a piece of handmade artisanal off-white paper and reads as follows. The children of the Archangel request your presence. Come and partake of our beauty and grace as we hold a vigil on New Year's Eve. Doors open at 7 p.m. Refreshments will be provided. Please arrive in your best attire and stay to celebrate the midnight glorification of the new year. How are each of you dressed this evening?
Geraldine is wearing a sheer black lace top with a shirt with showing a little bit of cleavage, and is wearing a grey suit, pantsuit combo, and a very thick black belt, thick booted platformed high heels, and has a satchel bag with a notebook in it. Cool. Hair up in an updo of some sort, with like a pen sticking out of it.
Like fancy?
Fairly fancy, yeah.
Yeah. Chris and Rach.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
Jada is wearing a very fluffy, frilly, sheer dress that is strapped. Kind of basically what I'm wearing is what she's wearing. I'm not very good with descriptions.
You're cosplaying, you're good.
This is what she's wearing.
That's why you cosplay.
A dress. Yeah, mine is a shirt, but hers is a dress. It's like satin, and over the satin is sheer mesh with lots of frills and gold accents, gold jewelry, bracelets, rings, very classy, not gaudy.
Okay.
Do I describe what she looks like too, or?
I was going to say, yeah, that was going to be my question. So what you're wearing shows a decent amount of skin there.
Yes,
and Jada's a Nosferatu.
Yes.
So what do we see?
You see that she's covered entirely in burns. She looks like a burn victim. She has no ears. So like she's wearing a gold headband, but there's no ears. It's just completely flat. She has no hair or anything like that. But she still has her makeup done, no eyelashes, no eyebrows, but she draws the eyebrows on and things like that. So she just looks like a like she's all over her whole body just looks like she was standing in a fire, essentially. Yeah.
And Chris.
Shane, are we walking into the thing, or is it are we just sort of saying what we're going to be wearing?
Say what you're going to be wearing.
Yeah, cool. So Shane will be in the first thing you'll notice is he is a very imposing figure, very hulking figure. And he's wearing a suit, a dark suit that looks very ill-fitting. It looks like he's going to burst out of this suit at any point. He's got slicked back black hair with a goatee, and as I said, he's just a very broad figure that stands out in any crowd that he shows up in. But that is what Shane looks like.
Cool. Good to know. So you all hop in a car together and arrive at the same time. And as you arrive, the building you see is a far cry from the humble, modernist place that served the city for years. The children of the Archangel have fully transformed this former performing arts center into their holy ground. Spotlights of golden light illuminate a neo-Gothic exterior, and it weren't for the flashing lights and thumping music coming from inside, you'd almost think it was a cathedral. Now, before you can enter, there's a booth that's manned by a masked figure in a cloak. There's a crowd around the booth. Some of the faces in the crowd are kindred that you spot one or two that you know or recognize. Most of the others are mortal, but they are beautiful people. They look like they have walked out of, the page of a catalog. There's another cloaked and masked figure who comes out of the building. They look at you, wave and gesture for you to come over to them. What do you do?
I go over.
Yeah.
I don't shy away or care if anybody stares at me. I am not ashamed of the way that I look. I'm actually pretty confident in the way that I look. You would not expect somebody who looks like me to be the one moving forward first.
I think I would have brought my ghoul Daphne wearing just all black dress, and I would tell her to go mingle and have her go off and follow Rachel's character that I've just forgotten the name of.
Jada.
Jada.
Yeah.
Jada, good.
And Chris?
Shane will look over and see the two others head off. He'll kind of ponder for a second, playing with a small little ring on his pinky finger, until eventually making his way there. Not in any hurry, but just he's going to make his way to where this person is bringing us to.
Cool. So as the three of you walk forwards, you have to walk past the booth to get to the figure that's flagging you over. And as you walk sort of relatively close to the booth, the cloaked and masked figure in the booth calls out, excuse me, any weapons or cell phones will need to be held here until you leave? Could you please...
I'll hand over my cell phone.
Yeah, I'll hand over my cell phone. So.
Cool.
And no weapons either.
So there's a guard nearby who runs you down with a metal detector. I'm assuming you don't have weapons. No?
Yeah.
Cool.
No weapons.
Does Shane have weapons?
Yeah, okay. So Shane is going to sort of eye up this whole scene and just sort of say, I'm keeping my weapon.
So just to give you, I guess, a picture of the scene, it's not like fenced in. If you wanted to, you could try and walk around them, or you could, try and say, yeah, I'm keeping my weapon.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Cool. I will get you to roll. Let me just refresh myself. It's going to be an intimidation something.
I'm going to use Daunt as well, by the way.
Ooh, yep. Manipulation.
They'll add the presence rating to any intimidation
and then you
roll.
add your presence rating.
Yeah.
Do you need to put in a difficulty?
Yeah, I do. But just give me a second, because so it's intimidation plus what, sorry?
Manipulation.
Manipulation I have. This isn't really a stick up, so I don't have a advantage on there, but I've got a +1 because of my discipline. And what's the difficulty?
3.
Let's see.
Ooh.
4.
Oh, yeah. So the guard kind of looks you up and down, and as you've said, you're this hulking, big dude, and the security guard is there, and he kind of looks you up and down and is like, okay, and just lets you go.
Much obliged.
And so as you go past, the other masked figure with a sort of more slender physique sort of waves you over and says, welcome. My name is Rebecca. I will be your guard for you this evening. It is my job to give you a guided tour. May I see your invitations?
Why, of course. Take out from my bag.
Reaches into his coat pocket, presents it.
Jada pulls it out from her cleavage.
Cool. So Rebecca looks at the 3 invitations and then looks at each of you and says, yes, our Gold Star guests, and points out that in the top corner, perfectly placed, identical in each of the 3 invitations, is a gold filigreed star. And Jada looks at you for a moment and says, but surely this is... no, it is not mine to question. You have the invitation. You are honored guests. Please, follow me. As she guides you inside. So inside the reception hall, you walk in, and in the center of the hall is a large open bar. There's mortals present, seem to be enjoying drink and food. There's a jazz band that's been set up playing a set, and it's clear the mood's intended to be classy. But between the copious drinking and the manipulations you can see occurring of some of the children of the Archangel, of the guests, things are taking a turn for the indulgent. Every now and then you see someone take a partner by the hand and slip through some doors into the next area.
Oh, it's that kind of party.
Do I see any other Nosferatu around, or am I the only one?
Could I get a wits awareness roll, please?
All right, let's see if I
is there blood being openly drank here? I'm guessing not, because he's mortals. But that is a question I want to ask right now.
A wits awareness roll, please. Oh, I have to give you guys difficulties as well.
No, well, the reason I'm asking this, there's a very specific reason I'm asking this.
Yeah.
Is because the smell of blood at Hunger 4 is going to provoke a frenzy check.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. In that case, no, not at this time. You don't smell blood.
God!
Do I need a pull size modifier or a difficulty? I'm assuming that's what that is.
A difficulty, just go difficulty 3.
Damn.
6 successes.
6 successes, yeah. So one thing that you notice is that you can't spot anyone with any sort of physical deformities. Everyone whose face you can see just looks beautiful.
Interesting.
So after a short time, of sort of absorbing the atmosphere, you notice that some of the mortal guests are starting to become unhappy. And it looks like the party appears to have been undercatered, for the client at least, with food and drink running low or running out altogether. The mood of the room has become somewhat unsettled, and there's 2 people in particular that are catching your attention. The first is a woman a few steps away from you. She's actually managed to smuggle a phone in. And from how she's talking into it, it looks like she's started a live stream. She's trash talking the venue, the staff, pretty much anything in camera shot. The second, who's not too far away but in the other direction, is a man he's had a bit too much to drink, but he still wants more. He's being rude and aggressive, borderline abusive towards the waitstaff. What do you do?
Do I recognize the woman who is live streaming and trash talking? because I have a background dealing with people like that, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, what's your background?
Basically it says, or maybe I don't. Maybe I misread that. I'm an online lifestyle consultant, so I don't know if that's necessarily the same.
You know what? Sure.
Like, that's my mask.
Yeah, let's get you to do a roll for it.
Okay.
We will go with wits and it wouldn't necessarily be politics. This is a tricky. Hey, Chris, Phoebe, help me out here. What do you reckon this role would be?
What's sorry, I missed the thread on this. What's the
all good? So basically there's someone who's just started a live stream, and Rachel's character is in the live stream space to see if she's aware of this person, she knows this person.
Intelligence plus awareness, maybe +1 because of the specialty of the background of that. So
cool. Let's go with that with a difficulty of 3. And that is 2 successes. So no, not someone you know.
Okay.
So you are in this room. She started a live stream and she's basically trash talking the place and anyone who she can see in sight. On the other side is a guy who's getting a bit belligerent.
I think I'll turn to Shane and go, Shane, would you like to look after the fellow over there? Just see if he's having a good night. Maybe prevent him. Yeah, prevent him from causing a scene. Jada, should we go to the
you might
lady
be able
who's...
to have a little extra fun there, Shane. Yes, let's go somewhere a little quiet so I can change the way I look a little bit.
Sounds good.
Just as you're about to take a few steps, there's a person who you don't know sort of steps into your group. Looks like they've been observing you and they say, these people, they're so rude, they should not have been invited. You should humiliate them, teach them a lesson for disrespecting the hospitality of the children of the Archangel.
Who are you?
And then swiftly steps away and disappears back into the crowd.
Why do I feel like this is a game to him?
I think it might be.
It's always a game.
Oh,
all right.
Goodness.
And Shane, with that, Shane's going to make his way. He's going to try to catch the attention of somebody in a mask. As he makes his way, he's going to just kind of click his fingers to somebody in a mask.
So there's plenty of them walking around. You can see that the people in the cloaks and masks tend to be the wait staff, the serving staff. While their attire sort of tells you that they are part of the children of the Archangel, part of the Nephilim, this group, they seem to be the lowest rung on the ladder here. And so you being honored guests, as soon as you're looking around for someone, you almost don't need to click your fingers. They've spotted and they're attentive to you. And there's one there. Yes, sir. How can I help?
Oh, very good. Now tell me, is all these rooms, are they available for anyone to use?
I'm not sure what you mean, sir. Do you mean the atrium that we're in?
Are there private rooms where someone can get some privacy?
Well, yes, we could certainly arrange that for you, sir.
Very good. Make sure that's arranged. I'm going to make sure to deal with your little problem over there.
Oh, thank you, sir. Much obliged. And so he sort of wanders off to arrange a room off to the side. And the room at the sort of end of the hall that you can see that people have been sort of in pairs or in small groups trailing off through every now and then. He doesn't walk in that direction. It looks like he walks just kind of off to the side.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, do you mind just going over that again? So he walks off.
Yeah, so let's say it's sort of roughly rectangular-ish room. Yep. You guys have entered through the main entrance here. There's doors to the side up the back here. And there's a couple of doors around to the side. Like it's a pretty big hall, so there's going to be other sorts of smaller rooms off it. It looks like those doors towards the end go sort of further into the building, but there's smaller rooms, maybe offices, maybe bathrooms, that sort of thing off to the side. Cool. And it looks like he's gone off to prepare a room off to the side for you.
Cool. I'll kind of keep a mental note of where that is and make my way towards old mate who's having a screaming fit.
Yeah, cool. Old mate he's not quite having a screaming fit, but he's right now, like as you sort of have that conversation, one of the masked figures walks over with a tray, but they're all champagne flutes on the tray, and he smashes it to the ground and 3 of them just shatter, and he says, I want a fucking scotch. I had one before you got it.
Hang on here, partner. Settle
I'm not
down.
your fucking partner, mate.
Oh, hang on. With that attitude, we'll never be partners. We'll never be friends.
Sounds good to me. Do you know who I am?
No idea. How about you enlighten me?
Maybe you should fucking learn for yourself, eh? Anyway, can anyone get me a drink in this place?
You're after a scotch, are you, dear sir?
Yeah, a real drink.
All right. I just so happen to know where you can get a scotch.
Okay, roll a manipulation and subterfuge. Difficulty 2.
I am going to do a blood bath.
A blood surge. I mean, it might turn into a bloodbath if you blood surge.
Okay, we're good. I succeeded. So I get an extra 2 dice. I'm assuming we're using the errata rules where it's 2 dice? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So subterfuge plus manipulation plus 2. And what's the difficulty? 2?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. We're good.
Ooh. Yeah. So he's like, he looks you up and down and he's like, all right, maybe I misjudged you. Where's this drink then, eh?
Well, come with me. You're such an important VIP. We got it ready and secured for you.
Yeah, all right. And so he follows you. I assume you take him off to the room off to the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as we're in the room,
yeah.
I'm going to just smack him up against the wall with my brass
knuckles. Yep.
And just start beating the ever-loving shit out of him.
Yeah,
and,
I'm not even going to make you roll for this. You beat the shit out of him. He is just, like, he's a bloody mess within seconds. And he's a bloody mess within seconds.
Yeah.
So you'll need to roll a hunger frenzy check.
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, no?
Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain this person.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So you give into the beast.
Get him.
Yep.
And you drain him dry.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Take a stain.
Yep.
So we'll cut away as Shane unleashes the beast from its cage and allows himself to indulge. Similar to how many of the mortals just outside the door were indulging until the food and drink ran dry. And we'll cut over. Jada and Geraldine. Mm-hmm. This influencer is continuing to disparage anyone and everyone they can see. How do you approach?
I'm going to use Mask of 1,000 Faces and slip into my my mask. Her name is, she has like a whole identity and stuff. Fridge. What was her name?
So, Mask of 1,000 Faces, what that does is you just look like any random Joe Blogs.
It says that I have a mask.
Oh, so mask is basically your identity,
Yeah.
So that's your false identity.
That doesn't change my appearance.
No.
Okay.
So
Just
Mask of
like
1,000
documents and
Faces, what
stuff.
it will do is anybody observing you will just see you as like a waitstaff or something like that.
Got it. So I can't turn into a different version of myself. Okay. Great. Can I look like a guest at the party instead of...
Mask of 1,000 Faces should hide your Nosferatu-ness, right?
Yeah. You just look like some random person.
It won't hide it from the camera, But it will hide
No,
it from
that's-
everyone else.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go interact with this influencer. I'd rather not look the way that I currently look with the burns. All right, so how do I use that? Because I've never used.
I think it's a rouse check, and you need to not be seen in any. But I think Geraldine will like position herself so she's in front of you, so no one can see.
I'm just gonna allow you to use it and not worry about you need to not be seen by it. Like there's ways that you can figure it out. If you need to get one of the attendants to get you a private room for a few moments, they're more than willing to facilitate this for you.
Okay, so then just do a rouse check.
Yeah.
Oh, I gain a hunger.
You gain a hunger.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So now you don't look like a Nosferatu. You just look like any other person that could be at the party. What do you do?
Geraldine, do
did?
you recognize her?
No, she doesn't run in my circles.
I don't recognize her either. I think we should go and see who she is.
Yes, and maybe take that camera off her.
Definitely.
Walk towards
Yeah.
this random lady.
So as you approach, she kind of looks past her phone for a moment at you, and you guys are both dressed to the nines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She kind of looks at you both and goes, at least there's some people here with a bit of class. Anyway, and goes back to slagging off someone who she didn't quite think their shoes matched the rest of their outfit.
That's not very nice now, is that? Though I do appreciate the compliment.
I'm in the middle of something here, and I'm nice to people if they deserve it, and there aren't a lot of people here that do, but maybe you do. We'll see.
Are you a Twitch
Sorry for the
streamer?
interruption, folks. And
Instagrammer?
she just talks over the top of you, like you're not there.
I'm turning on awe at that moment.
Okay.
Going to just... I'm sorry, we were having a conversation?
Oh. Oh.
That's a bit better.
How can I help you?
Now, my friend and I were wondering, are you live streaming this?
Yeah. I came here for a party, not a boring night with no food or drink, and they obviously didn't cater for the right number of people, so I'm giving them what they deserve.
I do hate a disorganized party.
Right.
How did you get your
I knew someone like you would understand.
Oh, of course. How did you manage to sneak your phone in here? They took mine. And Jada's at the front.
I've got my ways.
And what would that be?
I mean, I just walked past when the guard wasn't looking.
Oh. Well,
That's how
then
disorganized they are.
security's
What was your
lax.
name?
In this shithole. Sorry?
What was your name again?
Don't you know who I am?
I am an online lifestyle consultant. I'm surprised I don't recognize you. I'm pretty active on the online communities.
Maybe not active enough. Shelia?
Shelia.
Yeah. At Shelia Live?
And this is your usual content? Just
Well, no.
Judging.
The usual content is going to parties that are worth my time.
So why don't you just leave? If it's this awful, which it is quite not exactly what I was expecting, but
I went to leave. They said something about not being able to until everyone's arrived.
huh. That's a little odd.
But you are very interesting and you're definitely worth my time. How'd you like to jump on my live stream?
Oh, no, I keep my nose in books usually. I don't need to be on the internet that much.
Books are a waste for a face like that.
Well, it helps me talk at symposiums and other events.
And I'm sure you captured the attention of every room.
Why, thank you. Now, I'm sure someone's going to try and confiscate your phone from you. Why don't you just lay low until, you can actually escape this thing?
Let's have you roll charisma and persuasion.
Persuasion. I do have dots in persuasion. That's good.
You add to this for ore, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
I do.
Difficulty is going to be 2.
So it's charisma, persuasion. That's 2. And difficulty was what, sorry?
2.
2. Oh,
It's not particularly difficult check. Yeah.
4
Yeah.
successes.
So she sort of looks at you and looks around and sees that there are quite a few of those cloaked hooded figures and goes, I suppose you're right. This is Shelley Alive signing off. Presses a button and closes her phone, puts it away.
Yeah, it's probably the smart thing. You wouldn't want your source of income to be taken from you.
I have other phones.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. It's your business. Well, that's good.
It's absolutely lovely to meet you.
Yes, likewise. Try and, well, I was going to say enjoy the party, but yeah, hope you can get out soon.
As you walk away from her, you see 2 of the master robe figures approach her, and you see she's escorted not through the main doors to the back, but other doors to the back of the room.
My.
Feeling she's going to
continue.
regret
Go
her
on.
decision.
Yeah, also, I'm shocked that she wasn't allowed to leave, especially if she's been this rude.
I have a feeling there's some secrets here that we are going to find out about soon. Especially
Yeah, I don't know.
considering they said something about us being special guests, and they were shocked by that.
I think it's because, well, we are decent looking, but these people are all Vogue magazine first cover looking, good looking. Do you know much about the archangels? About this group?
Do I?
Make an intelligence occult roll.
Intelligence occult. I have nothing in occult, so I'm gonna say that I don't. Let's see what happens.
And difficulty 3.
No.
No, they're not.
I know.
You're not familiar with them. You know that they're a group within the city, but that's about it.
Unfortunately, my connections haven't told me much about this group at all. I know of them. I know what we've seen, and that they're gorgeous and beautiful and exclusive. But besides that, I'm at a loss, especially as to why they would want me here. I mean, I can't complain. It's beautiful, and
It is stunning.
I do like the nicer things.
And you are a, lifestyle guru, so
Yeah.
you do know how to dress the place well. People value that skill. I'm liked by toreadors, so I assume that's my in. Not sure about Shane.
How much do you know about this group?
Good question. How much do I know?
Intelligence occult.
Can I change a cult to... Oh, wait, I forgot to add in my politics. I've got a dot in politics.
No.
Nope. Okay, then I'll try, but I got no occult.
Yeah, I got no occult either.
Intelligence occult. Difficulty, what did you say it was?
2, I think
2.
it was.
Okay. I've got a 2.
Yeah, okay. So you're aware that the children of the Archangel, they're also known as the Nephilim. They are
Right.
followers of the Toreador Methuselah Michael. And their ideal is to set up a perfect kindred society. There's some certain, I guess, rules and laws that they follow. But they're one of a few different quasi-religious groups within the city.
Right. Yeah, I'll say, from what I know, they're perfectionists and religious perfectionists, which they're always a troublesome bunch sometimes. But these ones, I don't know, they value beauty and perfection, the toreador to the absolute highest degree.
It's probably about this time, Shane. I imagine you would have taken some time to clean yourself up.
Indeed. Yeah, so Shane will walk out of the office, and first thing he'll do is he'll he'll try to get the attention of hopefully the same masked person.
Oh, you don't need to.
Yeah.
Because as you walk out of the office, 2 walk in behind you. 2 masked people.
Okay. I just open the door.
Yeah.
And I just say, if you can't deal with that, I got someone who can deal with that. So just let me know.
Not a problem, so leave it with us.
Very good. Thank you for your service.
He gives a brief bow and attends to the mess that you've left.
Yeah. Shane will make his way to the table. He'll go, well, it looks like the live stream has been stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Job well done.
Yes, and it looks like the man's not yelling anymore. So
No, he's not yelling.
well done to you as well.
A lot nicer too. A little more color.
I feel a lot
Refreshed.
more livelier, a lot more refreshed, and feel like I got a new lease on life.
Wow, that must have been some conversation.
Oh, it was very illuminating.
So it's not long before Rebecca approaches you again and directs you through the doors that you've seen people trickling through for the past wee while. You make your way into an arena. It's an open floor that tonight is serving as the party's dance floor. There's a sound system blasting electronic dance music with hypnotic, sensual beats. Flashing lights illuminate the room, bursting in after images of writhing bodies. The revelers in the room are partying without inhibitions, and they come in 2 forms. The first are kindred. They're mostly children of the Archangel, but also guests who figured out where the real party is. The second are mortals, and while you're all relatively young kindred, you all know that kind in a room like this aren't likely to last long without being seduced, devoured, or embraced. The mood in the room isn't chaste when you enter, but in short order the dance party takes on full bacchanalian excess. Drugs and blood flow freely, and guests fuck in full view of everyone. On the furthest wall is a mural of Michael, the children's patron. With his right arm, he slashes at a group of grey humanoid creatures with hideous faces and a flaming sword. From his left arm, blood flows from his wrists into the mouths of kneeling worshippers, and the wall has a single golden door. Could I get you all to roll wits intelligence with intelligence or wits plus etiquette with difficulty of 3?
Ooh,
That's interesting.
that'll be fun for me.
Difficulty 3. Oh,
5 successes.
Damn.
Messy critical. I don't remember what that means.
That means succeed at a cost, basically.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So 3, 5, and 1. So Shane doesn't know this, but probably from the conversation that Jada and Geraldine had, let's say that you discussed a little bit some of the etiquette for the children of the Archangel, and you're aware that they tend to see feeding with fangs as similar to eating with your hands. Sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes you just have to do it, but it's always uncouth. It's generally impolite, particularly at a soiree such as this. For the messy critical, let's make the cost that because feeding is on your mind, you gain a hunger.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. I'm at 3 hunger.
For each of you, the ease with which that you could feed in this room has the beast scratching at its cage. Maybe less so for Shane, just having drained someone. Does anyone go to feed?
Okay, you said that we know it's not polite to use our fangs.
Is there a polite way?
Yeah, what is the polite way to feed in this situation?
How would you open a vein or an artery without fangs?
That I know, a tool.
A weapon that we're not allowed.
I mean, I have my fake nails, so I mean that would work, I suppose. I'm gonna attempt to feed. However, does my feeding style matter in this situation? 'Cause
What is
I'm
your
a
feeding
Sandman.
style?
Sandman.
A Sandman. So that's you generally feed on people who are asleep?
Yeah, but in this environment, does that matter?
You don't necessarily have to, but there's people who are fucked up off their faces, so you could find someone who's passed out.
Okay. I'm feeling a little peckish, so I'm gonna just take a moment and I'll meet up with the two of you later.
Sounds good.
Just as you're about to leave the other two, there's an attractive woman approach and walks directly up to Shane. Shane, this is Freddie. She's a fellow adventurer. She's someone who you have a contentious relationship with. You don't have a lot to do with her. There's been a couple of times where she's undermined you, but she's still technically your superior within the Ventrue hierarchy. She looks you up and down and speaks. Well, how'd a thug like you get an invite to this party?
Well...
No, I don't really care. I did, however, hear that you were invited as a gold guest. I assume your companions as well?
I suppose you could assume that.
And who are you? And
well, I'm
she looks to
Shane.
you
Nice
too.
to meet you.
She looks at you, rolls her eyes, and then turns to Geraldine and Jada.
Dr. Geraldine McGreggor. And you are...
Doctor, you can call me Freddie.
Freddie. Nice to meet you.
I'm Jada, and she holds out her hand like you would as if to, kiss it or something like that.
Yeah, so she takes the hand and just shakes it. Well, your next trial's to eat like a civilized person. Here, take this. And she holds out a black velvet box.
I'm sorry, did you say trial?
Trial, yes.
Can you elaborate?
You're here as honored guests, yes?
Yes, I did
Yes.
have a question about that.
Well, you're being tested. This is your next test to eat like a civilized person. Who wants this?
I reach for it.
Cool. She hands it over to you. It's a black velvet box. Do you open it?
Yeah.
Inside is a silver knife.
Well, this is gonna come in handy, I suppose.
And
That
I will
answers
get
that.
you to make a wits awareness roll, please.
Okie dokie. Difficulty.
Difficulty 2.
2 of 2.
Yeah. So as you take a look at it, you run your thumb along the blade. It's not particularly sharp. So you can cut someone with it, but it's not going to be a clean cut. It's going to be a messy cut.
Okay.
She takes
She's
a
not
step
going
back.
to show any
Yeah.
idea that she is confused by this, but she is confused by this. Her coterie mates might know that she's confused, but a stranger wouldn't.
Freddie takes a step back and just says, I'll be watching.
Enjoy the show, Freddie. I'm gonna turn to the two of them and be like, do you have any idea what they mean by that? And I show them the blade. I'm like, I'm gonna make a mess with this.
Yeah, I think that's part of the test. I think part of it is they want you to humiliate yourself. Part of some kind of hazing ritual. I used to, back in the day, back in university, we used to do this with the sorority clubs and all that. But yeah, I don't quite like the idea of being tested, but I'm willing to prove to these children that I can ace any test that they throw at me. Now, the problem that I have is I am just fed. So, I don't know if we all need to take part in this test. But if you don't, if you don't think that you can cut anyone with that, I might be able to.
Well, I can cut somebody with it. I just wouldn't call it civilized. But I will do my best.
Perhaps we need to figure out how not to. You got any ideas, Geraldine?
Can I look around and see anyone else using this knife?
Yeah,
Are we the only ones with it?
Wits awareness. Difficulty 3. Actually, difficulty 4. It's a crowded room.
I'd like to assist, give you a dot.
Yeah.
Okay, wits, there it is, awareness. Pool size modifier, you gave me a dot, so that I add
So
a 1
plus
to that,
1.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Difficulty, you said 4?
4.
Oh, no. I got 2 of 4.
Can't really see whether anyone else is. Like, it's a busy room, people are moving. You can see that people have been feeding, right? It doesn't look
Can I
like
see
you're the
how?
only ones. Not really.
Not really.
Not really. Can't see how it's been done.
Does it look quote unquote civilized, or are we seeing like murder scenes?
You're not seeing murder scenes.
Okay.
You're not seeing murder scenes. If you weren't looking for people feeding, it would look like a dance party.
Okay. Okay.
It would probably cause a scene if you just walked up to someone and ripped their throat out.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was wondering. Because like if we're seeing a bunch of other kind of hedonistic behavior, I wasn't sure if there was
You are seeing a bunch of other hedonistic behavior,
but not supernatural hedonistic behavior per se.
not supernatural to the point of ripping people's throats out and treating humans as cattle.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What you do see is you do spot, I guess, 3 people who they're all looking like they're pretty fucked up. There's a guy who's kind of looking at seated slumped, completely naked on one wall, and it looks like he's a few seconds from passing out. There is a woman who is kind of looks like she's kind of looking for someone, but again, she's sort of staggering and sort of takes a step and then like leans. And then there is a third person who is sort of on the far end of the room near the mural, who keeps like looking at the lights and then just shielding their eyes and then just closing them for a second and then
I'm gonna go towards the woman who is looking for a friend and stumbling.
Yep.
I don't have the knife like in my hand. I put it in my cleavage so that I'm not walking up to someone. And I walk up to her and I'm like, "Miss, are you all right? You look a little lost."
I cannot find my friends.
Oh, let me help you find them. Where did you last see them?
They were
The bar?
we were dancing together. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I like take her arm and I put it around me. And I'm gonna lead her away from all of the people and towards like a corner.
Yeah, there's I guess like little booths set up around the corners of the room.
I'm like,
some of them are occupied. You're able to find one that is unoccupied.
Yeah, let's just take a second here so we can get away from the noise so I can hear you a little bit better. And I like sit her down.
She's kind of mumbling kind of to you, kind of to herself. And it's clear that she has heard of the children of the Archangel, because she's saying things along the lines of, I thought we were going to learn Michael's truths, and I just feel like I'm swimming in a pool of sharks.
Michael's truths?
The children.
How do you know about the children?
I wanted to join. I'm so tired. And she kind of leans her head on your shoulder.
I grab the knife out and I use it on her throat near me. I'm going to basically, as she's leaning on me, I'm going to take my hand next to her throat and try not to kill her, but still puncture her carotid.
So here's my question to you.
Yes.
Are you going to try for a more risky cut that's more likely to actually cut her? Or are you going to try for a safer cut that is less likely to rip her jugular open.
I'm gonna go. Oh God. I'm gonna go for a riskier cut.
Yep. Dexterity melee at difficulty 3. Now, Shane, you've seen this happen. Are you sitting back and watching, or are you going to help out?
Yeah, I'm gonna help out. How can I help
Wait a
out in
second.
this
Wait a
situation?
second. I have stealth. If I go for a not risky cut, can I use stealth in that scenario to cut her?
The
Or is
roll,
that not a stealth?
the roll is for like how you're doing the cut itself. It's not concealing the cut
Okay.
or concealing the fact that you're cutting her throat.
Okay.
I'll give you this. No one's going to notice.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cool.
that type of party. If there weren't kindred there, people would probably assume that you guys are into knife play and you're doing a thing.
Oh, okay. That perfect.
So no one's
then I'm
gonna
gonna lean
notice.
into that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna lean into that. And I'll take Shane's assistance.
How are you providing assistance, Shane? Are you going to step in and take over? Are you going to be like, hey, just aim like this or cut along this line?
Yes.
I asked either or, and you said yes.
Yes. No, I won't take over.
We can-
I'll just say, I'll sort of, hang on. How about this?
You can go
I
on
do
the
a
other side of
leadership
her.
Role? Can I do a leadership role to? Oh, actually, no. That's not going to really help anything anyway. Don't worry.
For what? No, tell me the concept.
Well, my leadership was going to maybe help her find where, like, sort of lead where the cut.
Yeah.
What if?
So go with,
Wait, I have an idea, Chris. What if you take my hand and we're just gonna do like straight up, like you're gonna use like your hand over my hand situation, like you're teaching me golf or some shit, and you're gonna like help me stab
And
her.
can I roll leadership with that?
I was going to say you could roll dexterity melee. If you're the one doing the cut, then you can do the roll with a +1 from Jada helping you. Or you really want this to be a leadership roll, don't you?
Yeah, because
You're like, when do I ever get
okay.
to roll leadership?
my pool is only 3. So what's your pool, Rach?
For my pool is 2.
Okay, so
2
I've got a bit of
dexterity,
pool.
nothing in melee.
I'll give you
Okay,
guys a
I've
couple of
got it.
options. One, either of you can do dexterity melee +1, or Chris, you can roll intelligence leadership and add your successes to Rachel's roll.
Yeah, we'll do intelligence leadership. I think that's probably
Okay.
the better option.
Cool.
Okay.
Just put difficulty 1, and then we'll just count how many successes you got.
Oh shit, only got 2.
Okay.
Hey,
So, do you roll
Still
with a
better.
+2?
okay. What was the difficulty for me?
Are you going for the careful cut or the effective
I'm not
cut?
going for the careful cut. No.
Okay, so difficulty 3 then.
3. Okay. 2 of 3, so I don't.
Do you want
Did you add the +2 to that? Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
I did, yeah. Yeah, let me do a
willpower reroll?
willpower reroll. Do I just
you
hit this
can,
button?
yeah,
You can only reroll
you can-
1.
1, yeah.
Okay.
If you roll a
Difficulty
10,
3 still?
Yeah.
Difficulty 3 still?
Yeah.
Okay. Please. Yes!
Hey,
It
that's what I
worked.
needed.
So you're able to, with some difficulty, and you're thankful for the guidance that was provided to you. You're able to open up her neck and drink. How much hunger do you slake?
2. I have 3, so I'm gonna slake 2. I don't think I should. Fuck. Should I drain her and take a stain? No, I'm
You
gonna
would be
go
the
with
first
2.
one.
I know, which is and it feels like the party feels like that, like they're kind of testing me like that, you know, like especially with what I know about the group, like they want a basically ideal world for vampires, so or kindred. So an ideal world would be this is our food, you know. I'm not going to kill her. I'm taking 2.
Okay.
So I'll have 1 dot left.
You slake 2 hunger, so you can remove those from your character sheet. She's still bleeding. She's in trouble. She's not going to die immediately, but if she doesn't get a medical attention, she will.
Geraldine, you know first aid?
No, I'm not that kind of doctor.
Oh,
I'm the book's
Jada?
kind.
Do I? I don't have any first aid. Medicine. I got nothing in medicine.
There are the cloaked and robed figures.
Yeah.
They're
less
obtrusive in this area, but they are around.
I'm gonna grab one of theirs attention. Do I have to go find them, or can I just like raise my hand and they'll like know that I need?
You can probably get one of their attention. One of them comes over and just leans in. Yes, ma'am.
I need some first aid here for my friend. She seemed the wound is a little deeper than we intended. It seems.
Are you saying you've got a problem, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Leave it with us. We'll help her out.
Thank you. I leave.
And then they do.
Oh, goodness.
I have a feeling they don't care.
Yeah, did the people just leave? And
Sorry?
the person still... Did the cloaked figures just leave?
No,
or did
no,
they
no,
leave
no.
with the person?
They took
they
the
stayed.
person.
They stayed with the
Okay,
person,
cool.
and you can see that they're sort of putting a pressure pad on, and one of them's
Okay,
flagged over
cool.
on radio.
Oh, okay.
It looks like this person is going to get medical attention.
Okay, that's
Okay, good.
I thought they were like,
I-
cool, bye.
No,
Yeah, I
sorry.
thought they just took her away, and I was like,
I mean,
okay, cool.
they will be taking her away, but
But she
looks-
is getting attention.
She is getting some sort of attention. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Geraldine, do you intend to feed?
Oh, after that. Not that that went badly, just...
It went as well as it could go.
It went as... Yeah, exactly. I don't want to...
If you can't use your face, it went as well as it could go.
I think Geraldine will not partake. She'll just be watching the room while all of that's happening. She's like walked off like a couple of paces further. And it's just observing, trying to look for the more kindred people in the room.
There's
Jada
plenty of
makes
them
a
around.
mental note after this scenario to get something like a piece of jewelry that I can use to just puncture people in the future for who knows
Very
what.
good idea.
Smart. Is there anything else that happens before we take our next steps? Anything else that you guys want to do in this room?
Can I look at the portrait of Michael with the door? I'm curious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we get a little bit more info on that portrait in the door?
Let me just scroll back up to the description. So basically there is a beautiful angelic figure, which you know to be Michael, the patron of the Nephilim. With his right arm, he's slashing at grey humanoid creatures with really ugly faces with a flaming sword. His left arm is outstretched with a wound across the wrist and blood dripping down towards a whole bunch of humanoid figures, again, worshipping with their mouths open, drinking the blood as it drips.
I'm going to tell Geraldine and Shane. So the mortal I just fed on said that she was hoping to join the children and learn Michael's truths.
Well,
So
Right.
that sounds like a bit of a breach if I ever heard one.
I definitely wasn't expecting her to have information about us.
I do know that
But-
some of the religious groups within Kindred Society do have mortal members, but they're usually kept at arm's length. Unless she was a ghoul.
Would I have been able to tell if she was a ghoul by drinking her blood?
Is that a thing?
Are you Tremere?
Someone? Yeah.
If you're Tremere or you have
Okay, it's a
Allspex.
Tremere thing.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know. I know it's a thing, but I didn't know if I could. I'm a Nosferatu.
Could I get you all to roll an intelligence awareness, please?
Intelligence awareness, absolutely.
With a difficulty of 3. Actually, difficulty of 2.
Too. Okay. 2 of 2. For Chris. Wait, where did I get?
3 out of 2.
Cool.
Oh, I got 0 of 2. Sorry.
Okay, so that works really well because you're the one who asked the question, so you don't remember this. Chris and Phoebe, you both remember that the influencer was not allowed to leave. So if there's mortals here who might have that knowledge, you know that some mortals have not been allowed to leave. And you can put 2 and 2 together.
Perhaps they are cleaning house, as they say. I don't think anyone's allowed to leave here. So all those who do know are either going to be embraced or are here for other purposes.
That makes so much sense.
It's actually quite smart, but
By
Yeah.
lambs to the slaughter.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
it is beautiful artwork, though, isn't it? As he
is.
marvels at the door.
Yes.
I'd like to know about Michael's truths a little bit. I'm curious.
Curiosity may, kill the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, I think is the full quote.
Well, at the risk of sounding too offensive, Jada, the mural is depicting Michael killing people not of the universally attractive persuasion, let's say.
I see that. Trust me, I'm as shocked as you are that I am even here. That I got one of these VIP invites. So it leads me to wonder if maybe there's something else that they see in me.
Perhaps, but I would keep my wits about you because if that is what they're worshipping, you've been invited, well, who's to say that it's not some kind of trap?
Yes, we might also be a different sort of lamb to the slaughter.
It's at about this time that Freddy approaches, looks at you all, approaches, right? Looking somewhat impressed.
Did
A bit
we
later on, you'll
pass?
come with me. As a reward for your performance, you can join us for a meal. Soon, we'll send for you.
How civilized. Thank you.
She walks away, and you see her have a brief word with the man who approached you before and asked you to humiliate the influencer and the belligerent guy out in the entryway.
That's right. That
They
guy.
sort of disappear into the crowd. After a little more time enjoying the evening, one of the cloaked and masked figures approaches, and when they speak, you recognize Rebecca's voice. Oh, you must join us for a meal. Come with me if you please. I assure you this time you will not be required to use silverware.
Do I notice anything from her request? Like, is it kind of... Now, since Geraldine has said, we should look out, we might be another kind of lamb to the slaughter, am I picking up any kind of vibes that she's tricking me or we're kind of the butt of a joke? Particularly me being a Nosferatu.
Please roll wits insight.
Ooh, yes, that's going to be a good roll for me.
And difficulty is 3.
5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have 6 dots there.
Damn.
There isn't malice in her.
isn't.
There's genuine enthusiasm, particularly when she sort of first approaches and says, "Oh, you must join us for a meal." You don't pick up any sort of deception.
Okay. That's all.
So I'm assuming you go with her.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
I go with.
You're led through the golden doors, which go into not another sort of large room, but sort of a hallway. And you're led to a dressing room. It's filled with lit votive candles, and there's mirrors around the room that have been smeared with dried blood, with Christian imagery painted in them. There's a man kneeling in prayer in the center of the room, singing a hymn of praise to the Archangel Michael. A crowd of kindred circles the mortal, fangs bared. Just after you've entered the room, there's another man that follows you in, closing the door behind, and it's the man that you saw just before that approached you as you entered. He claps two of you on the shoulders, looks at the three of you and says, our honored guests, how have you found this evening?
It's been interesting, to say the least. I didn't expect to be tested, but, well, hopefully the tests have been, we've been passing with flying colors.
Of course, to be sure. The Nephilim would never want to throw a party that is not interesting. Not interesting is boring.
Rightly so.
But where are my manners? I am Thomas Visse, leader of the Nephilim, more widely known as the Children of the Archangel, and your host at this soiree. I thank you all for accepting my invitation and taking advantage of my hospitality.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yes, I'm having a wonderful time here. I've noticed though, are we the only special guests here this evening? The three of us?
We have a few others, but you certainly are promising. But more about that later. I want to give you, I guess perhaps if you are aware, another test. This man, this cattle you see here, was a spy for the false church.
Oh.
A member of the Society of Leopold, but he has found the true faith. The man nods along and he's awestruck by Tomara. Emilio, do you renounce your previous faith and pledge yourself to the Archangel? He nods. Even if it means you are to be sacrificed? The man's face looks terrified for a moment, and then jubilant, and he nods enthusiastically. And you, my friends, will decide his fate? Will this man's life be sacrificed? Or will he be embraced and become a child of this night?
Wow. You do have him quite obedient. Well done.
Can't have been easy. Society of St. Leopold is, that's some old stuff.
The Nephilim have ways of ensuring compliance for those who we need to do so.
Why do you trust this to us? Why us decide his fate? I'm confused as to what it is that you expect to learn based on our choice.
There are many things to learn. How you decide, what to decide, how long you take to decide.
Well, let's get this train rolling. So here's my thinking. Society of St. Leopold is extremely dangerous.
Yes.
And they are they have a capability of hunting us down. But that person over there has a bucket load of information in their head about their operations. So we can turn that into an asset. But the problem is, can we trust to give power to someone like that? Now, here is what I propose. I propose we put him on probation for, let's say, 100 years should do. Have him as a ghoul for 100 years. Then turn him once he's nice and pliable.
Yes, I think blood bonding is the easiest way to make sure he's on our side forever. And it does like a major screw you to the Society of Leopold.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think he deserves the gift at this point.
Well,
So-
let's put it this way. He can earn it. He can earn
Yes.
it. He's got 100
Yeah.
years to earn it. And in 100 years'
Yes.
time, we can reconvene in this room again and make another decision.
Yes. I agree with that.
I agree with that as well.
Good
Does that-
information.
What does that mean to you, considering you gave us two options and we presented a third?
This third option is acceptable to me. Perhaps Emilio will not be so happy. Emilio, we cannot sacrifice you tonight. We cannot allow you to join our ranks tonight. You'll remain as you are. If you can prove yourself over the next 100 years, Then we will speak again. And Emilio slumps. It's clear that they were hoping for something more definitive. But again, it's only a momentary slump before they look up and say, whatever it is to serve the Archangel, whatever's needed of me.
What a good dog.
And so
Well, that was nice and productive.
I assume we passed with flying colors again.
well, Tamar
There's a little bit of humor there.
accepts your judgment and asks, two of the masked attendants to take Emilio away. The remaining kindred in the room disperse, leaving just you and Tamar. I'm sure you have many questions for us.
Yes, I do, actually.
He gives each of you a discerning look and speaks simply. Come, follow me.
Of course.
You follow him to his own quarters. They were the administration offices of the building. They've been converted to a luxurious suite for him. He sits in one of a circle of comfortable chairs and motions for you to take a seat. Speak.
I sit.
Sorry, yep.
Yeah.
Do the three of you sit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he speaks as after you've sat. Let us speak freely. Some time ago, our former leader, Albertine, was beckoned, and this congregation fell into my hands. It's been my great privilege to serve them and to make preparations for this evening. Several months have gone into these preparations, but now it is time for us to enact the next stage of dear Albertine's plans, left to me before our departure. We have great plans for the return to our harmonious society of kindred, and I've seen each of you previously at Elysium's or in the city. I understand each of you longs for something greater. There is an alignment of sorts between our goals, and I would like all of you to join me. This is the purpose of these tests. You do not have to decide now, and there's no threat behind my words. Know that the consequence of your refusal to join the Nephilim would be my disappointment. Do you have any questions for the children, or shall we move to your next trial and a gift?
What would membership entail exactly?
In what regard? You would have the protection and community of the Nephilim, not only in this city, but in any city in which you travel to, in which you maintain a presence.
What is the cost?
The cost?
Yes. What do we have to do in return for membership, in return for protection? Nothing is free.
We would ask only for your loyalty.
So,
And what
Easily given to a group that has goals aligned with your own. A better world for kindred.
so what would we have to do differently out of our normal unlives?
There may be tasks from time to time that are required to be completed. We would ask that you assist us in these tasks. You would, of course, be welcome to maintain your own havens if you choose, or if you choose to live in one of the many facilities that we maintain, this option would be open to you as well.
What's the hierarchy like in this little group of yours?
I will try to say this with humility, but I am the leader. I have my own lieutenants who are able to take certain actions on my behalf, and there are some who have not yet progressed beyond the lowest rungs of the ladder, so to speak. You would have seen them wearing masks and robes.
Right.
And is that what we're going to be starting, wearing masks and robes?
Well, that would depend on your performance in the trials.
I see, it's a grade-based system.
We
trials?
like to believe we are a meritocracy.
How many trials are there?
Only a few more.
Well, I'll say this. Color me intrigued, but I would like to see more before making my final decision.
And I would encourage you to be discerning about it.
You have to understand it's unusual to be offered so many benefits without a clear cost.
Yes, we like to read the terms and conditions before we sign.
And
like
I understand.
There is no obligation on you to make a decision right now. Learn more. See more of tonight. See more of the society and our complex here before you give your answer.
And are all three of us welcome to join simultaneously?
If you
If we decide to.
perform sufficiently in the trials, yes.
So it's not a competition where it's a limited spot.
Not for the joining. Of course, in any organization with a hierarchy, there is some sort of competition once you start climbing the ranks.
Right. How many other potential candidates do you have?
A few, not too many.
And I haven't noticed very many Nosferatu. To be honest, I haven't seen any. Can you explain that by any chance?
One of the precepts we follow is a pursuit of physical beauty.
Yes, and I clearly don't fit that, so...
It can be quite challenging for a Nosferatu to come through our ranks. But there are other ways that a person can be beautiful. While this may not be the easiest thing to overcome, it's not impossible.
And what beauty do you see in Jada? She is stunning and incredibly talented and has such a
Geraldine.
keen eye for detail and art. But what do you see?
Well, tonight I have seen her sophistication. I have seen her eat like a being with intelligence rather than an animal.
Yes, I did. That was very, it was fun. Finding a new way. And I've made some, well, let's just say I'm interested in some new jewelry to make that process easier in the future. And, it's inspiring.
Geraldine, you question what we see in her. And she responds with something like this.
No,
I would think it would be very obvious.
I don't think you're wrong. I just wanted to know your thoughts exactly. Is Freddie one of your members?
Freddie does belong to us, yes.
And where does she fit in the hierarchical system?
She is one of... she's not on the bottom rung, but she is not in the leadership.
Interesting indeed.
Oh, and could I get the name of the guy we keep seeing? He specifically asked us to humiliate people.
Oh, that's this guy, this is Thomas.
Oh, shit. Redacted.
Yeah. Let's retcon that. You didn't ask that question.
Nope.
How long have the members in masks, how long does it usually take them to rise through the ranks? Like,
There is no one path. It will depend on their contribution to the children.
and their contributions are doing favors for the group, providing their skill set.
It may be their skills, it may be favors, it may be resources they bring. It depends. The journey is different for everyone.
I'm very intrigued and interested in this. I'd especially like to learn. The woman that I fed on mentioned Michael's truths, and I'm very interested in that.
Then you will want
Share
to
that
stay around till the end of the evening. There are a great many truths that will be revealed.
Okay.
But now, it is time for your gift and the next trial.
Gift.
And he claps his hands twice. Two masked robed figures walk in with another figure who is wearing a similar robe, but this one is bound with prayer ropes. There's something familiar about the way the bound figure moves, or their body type, or something. Tomar pulls the black cloth from over their head, revealing the twisted visage of a Nosferatu. This is an opportunity not available to our kind, the chance to clean your plate, as they say. It's clear he's offering the opportunity for you to diablerize this kindred. Should you partake, you'll have the full support of the Nephilim should complications arise, whether you join us or not. As an alternative, you may choose that this one would be an offering to me as the leader of the Nephilim.
Do I recognize this Nosferatu?
Yeah, good question.
You might.
Look.
We need to do a roll for that.
Yeah.
Let's go with Wits Insight.
Oh, great. I love that. That's
good
couldn't
for
be
you.
better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a difficulty of 4.
Oh God. Let me reroll. I can reroll
3.
Yeah.
3. Yeah. Willpower reroll 3. You said difficulty was 4?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I only got
So close.
So, Phoebe, is that a bestial failure?
Yes.
Yeah.
What does a bestial failure do?
It just means that it's a failure and the beast is sort of responsible for the failure.
So it's like a messy critical, but not good in any way.
So, experienced storytellers, would an appropriate consequence of this be for me to give Rach a roleplay prompt for the scene based on this?
Yeah.
100%.
This is an opportunity. You don't recognize this person. You don't know who they are. There's protection that's been promised, and you know that there's this sort of forbidden power in the diablerie.
Yeah.
Is that enough of a roleplay prompt for you, Rach? Not do you like the roleplay prompt, because I know you don't. But is that enough for you to go off?
It's enough for me to go off, but just to be clear, I still don't have to, because I remember this from the Anarchs of Chicago. I don't have to act on it, right? It's just a role play prompt.
If you can have the role play be believable in the way that you play out the scene, you still wouldn't go ahead with it, but you follow that prompt of,
okay,
ooh, I kind of want this. Then yes.
Okay. I'm going to. I get up. I'm standing up gracefully, and I'm walking over to the Nosferatu. And the hood was taken off, right? And so we just see their head, their face. And I just walk up and I start to run my finger like along their collarbone, and I like walk around them as I start to.
They kind of shudder for a moment as your finger drags across them. Phoebe and Chris, do you guys want to see if you recognize them?
Yeah, sure.
You don't have to.
Could I use politics?
Nope.
To see if they're a member of the Camarilla or anything?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, yeah. I've got nothing in insight.
Okay.
So I'm just assuming I don't know them.
What's the difficulty?
4.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to make that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I was the best one for that role, unfortunately, and I just didn't get lucky with the die. All right, I'm walking around them, and then I start talking, and I'm saying this out loud so that everybody can hear me. You would offer protection for this, even if we don't join.
This is a gift. You should not be punished for accepting a gift.
Right, say it's a gift. Otherwise, etiquette would say that you as the leader should have it. But if it's a gift, then it would probably be...
It's rude, right? It's rude.
Tis,
as I lean over and I just get a little bit closer and I just kind of sniff a little and inhale.
Pump the brakes a little bit there, Jada. Just, when you say protection, you do realize that what you're asking to do goes against our very tenets.
It goes against the tenets of some. There are certain circumstances in which this is permitted.
That is true.
This is one
Well,
of them.
that is one perspective, but what I'm saying is when a blood warlock sees that stain and reports it to a sheriff, well, that becomes a problem that comes knocking on my door. And I don't think, your organization is enough.
On our door.
Well, here's my concern. My concern is that the organization is not going to be enough to face against a force such as the Ivory Tower.
I'll get you to roll an intelligence politics, please.
Oh, thank you.
I'll add a dot to yours.
Yeah. Actually, Phoebe, you can roll this as well if you want.
Oh, yes, please. Because I realized
it's-
I've got 3 in politics, not
Do I
1.
still get the extra dot or no?
Dealer's
If I'm
choice.
rolling it.
Dealer's choice. If you guys want to roll separately or if you guys want to add.
Roll separately.
Yeah, I'm rolling separately. I think I've got
Cool.
7 dice for this.
And it's not going to be a particularly difficult check because this is just kind of the political situation within the city. So it's just a 2.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I got
Chris,
4.
you don't know this. But Phoebe, you're aware the Camarilla's kind of on the downslide in the city at the moment. And so there are quite a few different sort of smaller factions, the Children of the Archangel being one of them, that probably could offer protection over the course of a year to kindred who had engaged in the diablerie.
Yeah, I'll turn to Shane and go, well, technically, Camarilla's not the only horse in this game anymore. These people might have even the same amount of numbers.
And what's a year, really?
That's
I can
true.
stay here for a year.
And we would be happy to have you.
And
And if
just
we
to
did
get this
join.
straight, this is protection if we decide to take you up on your offer or not, correct?
That is correct.
Very well. Well, I see no downsides to this.
There.
I'm intrigued. Very intrigued.
Question out of roleplay. Can a diablerie be shared? Is that a
Yeah.
thing that can happen?
Yeah, totally. Sabat
It
do it
can
all
be
the time.
shared.
I think there's a specific ritual for that, but I could be wrong on that.
Keep
Oh,
your eyes
okay,
out
maybe
for,
it is. Maybe it is. I just
So
know
with
Roses
Sabat
and
do it
dragons.
all the
It's gonna
time.
happen.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Because you're saying it's a gift, but there's only one here and there's 3 of us. So I'm a little confused.
We all get out our straws.
Well,
That's-
let me just guess. If there is meant to be a ritual, the ritual's probably like Kieran's probably just going to say the ritual happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to go into dice rolls for the
The
diablerie or anything like
Sabat
that.
rituals.
It's either going
Got
to
it.
happen or it's not going to happen.
Okay. I would like to take this gift.
Shane,
Very well.
thoughts?
Do you join me?
Well, it'd be rude to turn your nose up at dinner that somebody's just given you. So,
That's a very good point. Oh, what the heck? I'll do it as well.
So the 3 of you?
Yep.
Cool. Because obviously it's a one shot and we're not going to be doing any leveling up or anything like that, I'm just going to say all of you slake your hunger to 0.
Woohoo!
my
Yay!
hunger was already at 0.
Your hunger's already
Yeah.
at 0. Cool. You know what? You get like a blood surge for free.
Hey!
A
Yeah, it just
free blood buff for the
Automatic success on a blood
Yep.
surge at some point. You get to choose. Cool.
Easy.
Okay, so you guys finish the diablerie. After the deed is done, there's a heaviness in the air. And Tomas, there's almost a sadness in his smile.
He chose
Has he missed
poorly.
out?
Yeah, we fucked up.
And he looks at you all and says, well done. and then turns to one of the other attendants and says, "Take Rebecca outside." And they take her out.
That was Rebecca.
Oh, that was
the
Rebecca!
one-
Oh, no!
Oh, far out.
He says, "I have some other guests to attend to.
I liked Rebecca.
Say.
I have some other guests to attend to. Feel free to take advantage of my hospitality in here for a moment, or return to the party. I will speak with you later this evening." And he leaves you in his quarters.
Curses dice.
Well, he did say that if we didn't do it, he might
He was
have.
going to. Yeah.
That would be etiquette, but maybe he would have done a switcheroo at the end and gone, well done, that was a Rebecca.
I mean, I did like Rebecca. I wanted to talk to her some more.
Well, maybe you might be able to talk to her in your head for the next year or so.
True. The additional power is nice.
Yeah, well, having more obfuscate's always brilliant.
So, you guys are in Tomas' quarters. What are you
Do
going
I
to do?
see anything?
Looking around his desk.
I
So
wanna-
you're
yeah.
actually actively looking around?
I'm not touching
Like, there's
anything.
no one here.
Yeah. I'm not going through drawers, but I do want to look around and see if I can get any more information on this
gonna-
group or anything.
I'm going
You'll
to
have a sticky
I'm
beak.
going to look at artwork that's around here, if there's any artwork around here.
Yeah, cool. Wits investigation from the three of you, please.
Ooh.
With a difficulty of 3.
I'm going to use my free blood search here.
Damn.
And it didn't do anything. I might do a willpower.
Phoebe, do you want a willpower reroll?
Yeah. How do I
I'm
do that? There it is.
specifically.
Oh, right, she got 3, didn't you?
Yeah, I got 3 out of 3.
What were you specifically looking for?
I'm
sorry,
specifically looking for more information on the, I guess, the protection. Like, how secure is this place is what I
Yeah.
want to know, because we just Diablerized somebody and I'm seriously considering staying and joining. So I want more reassurance that it is a good choice and I'm not going to regret it.
Yeah, cool. So I'm going to say that you find like a ledger that sort of just has business dealings of the Nephilim. They're sort of like the real world logistics that they need to take care of to exist and maintain. And it looks like they've got decent finances, a decent budget. There's renovations that have been done on this building, and there's a decent amount that you can see have gone to a security company for upgrading the security of the complex. So you actually feel pretty reassured by that. Phoebe, what were you looking for?
More
Or were you just-
personal things.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you look through, you don't really find anything, but you do find in the desk, there's a hidden drawer. It's locked. It's a secret, but it's a secret compartment. But if there's going to be something personal in here, the locked drawer that Tamar has left you guys in the room, but he's secured this section, it's probably going to be in there. And Chris, what were you looking for?
I was just going to look at the artwork. Yeah, I was going to look at the artwork. I don't even know why I
He's
did a
becoming an
reroll.
art critic.
Yeah. Okay. Some Grand Admiral Thrawn looking for strategy in the art. Look, there's some art on the wall. It's similar scenes to the mural back in the other room, glorifying Michael. It really is that. Well, the room overall is definitely set up. Yes, it's his personal quarters, but he's aware that there's going to be other people here. And the art has been specifically curated to glorify Michael and to paint a positive picture of the children of the Archangel. So maybe there's, another painting of Michael sort of helping people, another one of, Michael gloriously victorious in battle. And in each painting, you see him defeating ugly figures and protecting beautiful people. Phoebe, you've spotted this
yes.
secret compartment.
Jada, do you still have that knife?
I do, actually.
May I have it, please?
Pull it out of my cleavage and hand it over.
I'll get out my glasses cleaner from my bag and wipe it down. Make sure there's no blood on it.
Do you know how to use that?
As a knife? Or
as a lockpick?
I've broken into a few things in my time, and I will try and pick the lock with
dexterity larceny, and because you're using the knife and not just trying to figure it yourself, have a +1.
Oh,
I have dots. Can I give her assistance? Because I have 3.
Make it +2, and it's difficulty 3.
Awesome. Difficulty 3. Actually, you know what? I might blood surge on this one as well. So
try not to break it. We don't necessarily want them to know.
I will try. So what's that? 4 dice. Difficulty 3.
It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, I think that you managed.
Do I finesse that?
Yeah, just maybe. So I'm going to say with 7 successes, you just pop it open. There's no indication that it's been opened, and you'll be able to actually close it without leaving any evidence that it's ever been opened.
Brilliant. I'll pass the stiletto dagger back to Jada.
Yeah.
And then look through.
Yeah, so you find a series of papers. Let me just scroll a little bit so that I can find where this is, because I definitely remember making notes on this. Here we go. Yep. So there is a series of letters between Albertine and Thomas arguing over how to best run the Nephilim. The correspondence ends with no mention of Albertine leaving or feeling like they need to go somewhere. And the papers also include an invoice for restraints and chains. It was just 7 successes, not a critical success.
No, sadly not.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my goodness.
What have you
I have
found
a
there?
bad feeling. I found some letters between Thomas and his previous superior, who apparently perhaps didn't run off to the beckoning. Perhaps was strapped down and diablerized, is my guess. I'm going to put this down and close that all quickly.
You look through some invoices and some documents about the refurbishment of the building.
Mm-hmm.
One of them included a plan, and it looks like there's a mausoleum that's not too far from this room.
What if he didn't diablerize him?
Her.
Sorry.
Yes?
I found some money was put into doing some redesigning, and there's a mausoleum nearby. Do you think we should investigate?
Absolutely.
Shane?
Yeah, indeed.
If we're signing up for this, we might as well know what we're signing up for.
Yes, I agree.
I do love a good mausoleum.
The old superior happens to be there, well, I'm sure she'll be very grateful for whoever liberates them from their current bondage.
We're just on the same page again, Shane.
Both of you not only want to be here, you want to be at the tippy top, I see.
Well, what's the point if you're not at the tippy top?
You're right.
Exactly.
Let's go.
So it's not far outside of Tomar's office to where the hallway to the mausoleum on the plans that Rach found is. You manage to get there. There's not really that many people in these back hallways. The party's going on elsewhere. But when you go to the actual hallway that just leads, hey, this is the one that only goes from here to the mausoleum, there is a guard. Has the same white mask and gold filigree that Rebecca and the other servants were wearing, and is standing sort of in front of the door.
Ooh. What else is in this area?
It's kind of
like artwork.
Yeah, there's like art on the walls, maybe a sort of side table along there, but it's more decorative.
Ooh. I want to try something. I would like to use manipulation and obfuscate with chimerastery and make a minor illusion that the painting falls off so that the guard will have to go to it. So they need to make a composure wits and I need to make manipulation obfuscate.
I'm going to treat them simple. Difficulty is going to be 3.
Cool.
So you just roll against difficulty 3.
Can I get a layout? Is there a door that they're standing in front of?
So it's like basically it's a hallway to a door at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna rouse first. Or blood surge.
I also have a question. I have unseen passage level 2. Does that mean I can interact with things?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Thanks, Chris. I was gonna have to look up what unseen passage 2 does.
It just pretty much means that you can be invisible and walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But could I theoretically pick a lock or open a door and still be invisible?
As long as you're not making a lot of noise, you're fine.
I also have silence of death.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Brilliant.
And Phoebe, you gain a hunger.
Yes.
But considering
So that was a
you just did a diablerie,
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh
think
no,
you're okay.
1 hunger. What was the difficulty again? Sorry.
3.
3. Cool. 5.
Yeah. So the guard sees.
Yeah, only the guard will see the painting fall off.
And it goes. He kind of takes a step forward and goes to invest. Like with 5 successes, he's gonna try and figure out what it was going on, and he's thoroughly distracted by it.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Data's already gone.
I'll still get you guys to roll dexterity self,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a difficulty 1 because he is heavily distracted. Rach, you don't need to. You're invisible.
Great. Do I need to do something in order to use unseen passage?
Is it a rouse?
Yeah, it's a rouse.
Yes, it is a rouse check.
So just do a rouse check. Succeed.
Oh,
Yeah. Cool. Easy.
Woo! We're through.
Yeah. You guys managed to get through. Bear with me a moment. So
Question,
oh yeah, you go.
Since I have Mask of 1,000 Faces, are both of these things active at the same time? Am I invisible and also have Mask of 1,000 Faces? So if I become visible,
floating
will I
someone else's face?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like, if I become visible again, will I revert to Nosferatu or Mask of 1,000 Faces?
Nosferatu, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good. Phoebe knows more about VTM. I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you open the door, it leads to a spiraling staircase downwards. The walls are more in line with bare stone. As you go down, it's lesser. It's clear that this isn't an area that people are intended to visit. As you get to the bottom of the staircase, you enter the mausoleum. It's bare, except for a table on which a blood-starved kindred woman is chained with metal restraints. It looks like she's been here for quite some time, and having her blood drained has left her more animal than kindred.
My golly, you're right. You were right.
Well, what do we do with this information now? We certainly cannot let her go. Look at her.
Not in this state. Would feeding her potentially fix this, do you think?
Yes, I'm assuming, but I certainly don't want to volunteer.
Yeah, we need to find someone to provide the nourishment.
Oh, also, sorry. All of you should take a stain for the diablerie.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to say that.
That's fair.
That's kind of
I guess.
a given.
I mean,
Well, it's a good thing we now know how to do stains from earlier.
Yeah.
Damn, Chris, 2 stains.
Yep, 2 stains.
it's fine. It's a one shot. Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay. Right. Well, we got a few options here. We've got some leverage.
Mm-hmm.
But that's assuming that this whole operation here is secret from the rest of the fellowship.
I think it might be, considering he wants us to join and that's the story he's sold us on. And said that story in the same room as R.I.P. Rebecca.
That's true. I don't necessarily think the right direction is to feed her and release her at this moment. Particularly because we did just diablerize someone, so who's to say that this kindred will respect a protection order after we have jumped the gun a little.
They did put us in a corner with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was a little excited.
A little too hasty on everyone's part to partake in that. Alright. Well, we've got this in our pocket.
While you're talking, you can see the figure on the table is looking at each of you. Fangs bared, and definitely more animal than kindred, but there is that hint of intelligence in their eyes.
It doesn't look like she's gone full white. She's still there,
Yeah, deep down in there.
but just feral and hungry.
Could we, out of roleplay, because I don't remember, can we feed her a kindred and she would have some
Yep.
awareness back as well?
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be
I have
human,
an
right?
idea.
So do
Give
I,
me
but
a
what's
sec.
yours?
Give me a
Yes.
second.
Okay.
Shane is going to walk up the stairs back to the door. He's going to open the door.
Oh
Is
my
the
god.
guard standing there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Guards, are you going to try and open the door quietly so he doesn't notice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I get dexterity self, please? Difficulty.
Oh, actually, the only reason I'm trying to open it stealthy is so I can just tap him on the shoulder. So he literally he's
okay.
going to notice straight away anyway.
In
So,
that case, don't worry about it. Yeah.
yeah.
He turns around and goes, you're not meant to be in there. What?
Yeah, I'm going to look in his eyes
Yep.
and I'm going to mesmerize him.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say, come down with me and be fed by this person.
Be fed by?
Oh,
Be fed on.
be fed on.
Fed on.
Be fed on.
That would be something that would cause him harm.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it would. You've rationalized?
Yeah. No, I don't have rationalize. All right.
Tell him to come down then, and then
Yeah. Just come down. Yeah, come down.
Come down.
There's three of us. We can hold him
We'll
down.
figure it out. We'll figure it out as we.
Oh, Geraldine's in Cloak of Shadows now. Like, I do not want to be seen here.
Oh yeah, I'm still
Difficulty
invisible,
2, please, Chris.
Cool. So I got to do a rouse check first. So rouse check.
Mhm.
Ooh, okay, and a hunger. Oh, it automatically adds your hunger. That's neat.
I
does.
know,
Oh,
isn't
that's
that
cool.
cool? Yeah.
Fancy.
And I need to roll a manipulation plus dominate.
He's doing
Where is it?
what is
Mesmerize.
this?
Dominate powers.
Can I help him at all with No?
The discipline.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rouse again, because why not?
blood buff.
Yep.
Ah, you don't get hungrier.
Hey.
And what's the difficulty? Was it 4?
No, 2.
2. Oh.
2. The
Well, it's a good
we
thing I'm
rolled
buff.
3 successes. Yeah. And it's those last 2 dice. One of them was a crit, so probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, yep, he follows you downstairs, just kind of goes on autopilot, and then walks. What the fuck's going on here?
How?
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look him in the eye. I'm gonna say, forget. And then I'm gonna quickly, with rapid reflexes, go behind him and try to restrain him from behind so he cannot see me.
I'm not going to make you roll for any of this. I assume that you're now pushing his neck towards the kindred.
Yeah.
Yep. As soon as he is within the reach of her fangs, she gorges herself and drinks deeply. If you guys don't do anything, she's going to drink him to death.
I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah. I'm staying invisible.
Mutually assured self-destruction is going on here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We've
I think-
deodorized, she's deodorized.
Yeah. You're also aware
Leverage.
that this is a kindred. This isn't a mortal adherent of the children. Okay.
Correct.
You each take another stain.
Cool.
That's right. Yeah.
Three
stains.
stains. How are
Yeah,
you feeling
damn.
there, Chris?
I'm 1 off from just losing a humanity at the end of this.
Damn.
And
It's a one shot. It doesn't matter.
as as the kindred on the table drinks her fill, you see her restored to a vision of beauty. And it only takes a moment for her to snap the chains that were binding her. And almost in the blink of an eye, she's standing, still sort of only covered in the sort of cloth that was draped across her, but somehow managing to be the epitome of grace while only wearing that. And she looks at each of you. Thank you for freeing me. I apologize for the mess. Who are you?
We were special guests by Tama, who
Guests of Tamar.
Who
Then why have you
said
freed
that
me?
you went on a little trip, that you were beckoned away? But
he lied to us.
seems-
That you told him he could be in charge. Which we guess wasn't true.
Disrespectful of him to lie.
Yes. We're here being tested to see if we're fit for your organization.
Well, or his organization, I guess, because yours was kind of taken from you, it seems. And
Insightful.
I don't necessarily think I would like to be under somebody who would subdue their leader or attempt to subdue their leader the way that he has.
She smiles a sad smile and looks at you. My child, if you don't want to live in a world of betrayal, this may not be the unlife for you. I have things to do before midnight. You all have my gratitude. And then in the blink of an eye, she moves so quickly. It doesn't look like she's gone upstairs, but she's just gone from the room.
Oh, well, that's great.
Well, we've made this party even more interesting.
I certainly didn't think she'd break the chains, but
Yeah.
that's what I get
Probably
for not
should have
thinking
seen that.
ahead.
Yeah, probably should have seen that one coming.
Probably, yeah. Probably
If
should have given her just enough instead of letting her drain, but you know. See what
Win and
happens.
roll.
Yeah. Which she might even be old enough for Rome. if his excuse was the beckoning.
And having the favor of someone like that is something, well, let's just say I'm glad that she's going to be grateful to us.
Yes, not an enemy you want.
Indeed. And I believe us yammering on around her, knowing, because she was well aware that we were there.
Mm-hmm.
If she was ever to break out, she'd know the 3 kindred that could have broken her out and didn't.
Yes.
And you know what? We're the good Samaritans that did.
Should get a badge of honor.
Or, protection.
Protection would be good, actually.
Is there anything else in this room if I look around?
Nope. Not that you can see anyway.
Well, now the guard's gone, I guess we should,
I mean, he's still
skedaddle.
there. He's just in a couple of pieces on the floor.
It's a mausoleum, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to open up one of the boxes and shove him in there.
Okay. All right. It seems a little disrespectful to the person who was buried there. But you managed to get through it.
He's dead. He'll live. I meant no.
He's dead.
He'll deal with it.
That's great. That's
I
great.
enjoyed that. That was great.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna head back upstairs.
So, as you head
My
back
unseen
upstairs,
passage is still active, right? I
Sure.
never dropped it.
If you want it to be, yeah.
she looked
I never
directly at
dropped
you, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm sure
She's
can
old
see me.
AF, yeah.
Yeah, but other people might not be able to, So I'm keeping my unseen passage up.
It is getting close to midnight, and the building's PA system comes alive with Tomas' voice. He's asking everyone to come to the nave, the arena that you were in earlier that held the dance party.
Okay.
When you arrive, you find the room populated by kindred and corpses. There's a few mortal guests who've been embraced, and the rest are either dead or dying. Tomar addresses mainly to the non-believing kindred in the crowd, and his eyes are locked on the coterie. In a few moments, we will reach the climax of the evening, and you will become true believers, I am sure. As someone whose heart has been prepared to receive the Archangel, will undergo a glorious transformation. As the dreams of the Archangel reshape them into a more glorious form. And from a pocket in his wrist, he pulls out a vial of blood. Does anyone have any dots in thin blood alchemy?
No, none of us are thin
No?
blood, so we wouldn't.
Okay. In that case, none of you are familiar with it. You just see him pull out a vial of blood.
Interesting.
And now I have to have a look at my notes. Ooh. Who, out of Jada and Shane, who is looking, I guess, more enthused? Or are you both equally not interested in what he has to say now? Like, what's your reaction to him at this point?
Very apprehensive.
Yeah.
I'm almost waiting for I've forgotten her name.
Albertine.
Yeah, Albertine. Almost waiting for Albertine to crash this at any point.
I'm excited for that.
I feel like we're very much on the same page.
Yeah.
Jada no longer wants anything to do with Tomas now that she saw someone who's more powerful.
Ah.
Interesting.
She would rather go with the ones that she just freed, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
She likes
In that
power.
case, I'll get both of you to roll. Ooh. Composure and etiquette.
What's the difficulty?
It doesn't matter what difficulty. I'm just seeing who gets more successes.
Shame.
Cool. So
Can I willpower reroll, or does that matter?
yeah. No, you can willpower reroll.
Okay. I can reroll
3. You're still on 0 hunger.
Oh,
Damn.
there we go. 3.
0 hunger?
Yeah, I have 0 hunger because of the Diablo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
got 3 of
you
2.
rolled higher, which means Shane, you're trying to convey an apprehension, but you don't quite convey it as thoroughly as Jada. And so Tomar looks directly at you and says, Shane, my friend, you have been chosen. Come up here.
Chosen for
Go on.
what exactly, good friend? As I
The
make my way
transformation.
in. The transformation.
The ascension, as you will.
All right. And I make my way to where it is.
He takes you up on stage and puts his hands on either side of your face and says, "You will receive the blessing of the Lex Angelorum." No?
What exactly is this that I'll be receiving this blessing? What will that entail?
The love of Archangel Michael transforms the blood of any kindred into his blood. It is a conference of great power.
Well, you know what? When in Rome. And I'm gonna take it.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Good
he
luck, Shane.
cuts a dagger, draws a dagger and cuts it across his chest. And as he does, he pours the blood vial over your head and over his blood. Could I get a stamina plus resolve, please? At a difficulty of...
Can we help at all?
You absolutely cannot. A difficulty because of your performance in the trials. It would have been a difficulty of 6, but it's actually reduced to 2.
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna blood buff anyway, just in
Yeah.
case, just because that gives me 2 extra dice. And so, rouse check. I succeed. All right. So what was it? Stamina and
Stamina resolve. Yep.
Ah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, thank
Damn.
God. Woo!
There.
I got nervous there for you.
Yeah.
So as you drink the mingled blood from the vial and the wound in Tomas' chest, are you at 0 hunger?
I'm at 1 hunger.
Okay, you stay at 1 hunger. It would have slaked a hunger, but it's not going to slake you to 0. But nothing happens for a moment until you feel your flesh and bones sliding against each other as your face reshapes into an eerie fusion of your own looks and that of Michael's.
What exactly is happening to me, friend?
As you ask that, from the opposite side of the room, Albertine enters. The congregation's understandably shocked. She's a vision of deadly beauty and grace, now clothed in elegant finery. And in the blink of an eye, she crosses the room and lifts Tomas one-handed by the throat, her eyes breathing fire into his soul. Do you understand what you have done? Of course you do not. As she berates him, you notice the Nephilim in the cloud genuflecting to her, while pretty much all the non-believers, the other non-believers other than you guys, I guess, have left. Do you stay or do you leave?
I'm gonna stay because Shane is here. I'm not gonna leave our coterie friend.
Yeah, can't leave
Well,
Shane behind.
Yeah.
Shane's
I'm in
not
the
being
middle-
restrained. She's not really looking at him.
I'm in the middle of a transformation, though.
You okay?
Oh no, your transformation is done.
Oh, okay.
You've been
It's
yossified.
relatively quick. You've been Michaelified.
What? I'm gonna, as I'm sort of on my knees, I like look up to the scene and I go, "What has he done to me?"
You look gorgeous, but different.
I'm asking her. As I point.
She turns to you. He has profaned our halls with trickery. Do not worry, the change is not harmful. But it is sacrilege against our beliefs. She
Ooh.
thanks you.
Sacrilege! I did not believe that this was sacrilege.
She nods. And she says, well, you will decide the fate of this traitor. Shall I give him this final death? Or shall he be spared to rot in a cell? Or do you have another fate in mind?
I feel he should be chained up the way that you were chained up. He should experience the suffering that you experienced starvation.
I have one better. I have one better. Because the problem is he chained you up where someone could find you. I say we chain him up, put him in a box, take a boat to the middle of the ocean, drop him. He can have a good long think.
And the dark look on her face somehow only makes her look more beautiful. I like you. I hope that Tomas's treachery will not prevent you from joining the Nephilim. You would be honored, the three of you.
Well, I think I've got the looks for it now, don't I?
You definitely have a good cheekbone structure.
And so she complies. And the balance and the power in the city has shifted with a new power rising. And this evening, you've played your part in establishing her re-emergence as the leader of the Nephilim.
Woo.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah!
Hey!
That was so fun.
Thank you, Kira.
That was really fun. Thank you.
Let us go around and you guys can spruik whatever you want to spruik. Whatever same order we started with, I forget what it was.
Yeah, I'm Chris, aka Unemployed Writer, and I played Shane Fisher, the Vintru of tonight. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. If you want to follow my stuff, follow me on Roleplay Nights. I think I'm in like the channel title. So
Yes.
Just follow there. We normally stream Marvel, ttrpg, and some VTM. And yeah, some good fun coming from there.
Woo! Hey everyone, I'm Phoebe at Sherbrookewaters, who's been playing Geraldine McGreggor, the Ravnos. You can find me, so hopefully sometime soon. We have had some previous stuff that we've worked on, but I am on Roleplay Nights in the vampire game, playing a Thin Blood with some awesome people, so check that out when that comes back, and all of that good stuff. I've got other stuff that's in the pipeline, got no idea when that's coming out, so just keep an eye on my socials at Sherbrookwater on everything, and you'll know when I know.
Hi, hello. My name is SwtBeat. You can go ahead and give me a follow here on Twitch or at SwtBeat at all of my socials. I stream RPGs for the most part. Right now we're doing Octopath Traveler on my stream, and we're also playing Fields of Mystria. So if you want to come hang out, I will be streaming on my channel later on today. So I don't know, in about 12 hours maybe. You can catch me live here on Twitch.
And I have been your storyteller, my first time being a storyteller, my first VTM game that I've run. So thank you so much, guys. It has been an absolute pleasure to play with you all. For the YouTubers, I imagine Chris will put this up on YouTube on Roleplay Nights. I'm Kieran, aka KaradanZero. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/KaradanZero, usually on Mondays and Fridays. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hey.
Hi, everyone.